Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Yet another day, a few days until New Year. I will be going through some of the big blue chip gold miners. I did this more or less exactly 2 months ago. So there is a bit of an update. Most of them actually is looking quite well at the moment. Also, given the fact that gold is doing very, very well at the moment. Before I forget, yesterday I did a two-part video with BARC. The first one, uranium as always. The second one on commodities. Definitely go and check those out. There's a lot of good value, good information there that I think you would like to hear. It comes with a bit of a warning for uranium short term, but it is what it is. Okay, we went through these last time. There were one stock here, but I think it has gotten bought out since it was no longer there in TradingView. So let's get straight into business here. Newmont, the bigger one, 48, roughly $50 billion market cap, massive company. Again, for me, it's a bit difficult to chart, especially very long term. However, I have this slightly upsloping green parallel channel here with a bit of a big move there. However, right now, if we zoom in, I may add this is the monthly timeframes. We can go to the weekly I think we go to the weekly for a better detail. But right now, in my view, you can see here we are actually breaking out of a, let's call it a falling wedge. It's not the most ideal, but it's still a falling wedge right here. We are breaking out to the upside right there. So beautiful. Again, we have some levels coming across here. You can see that needs to get taken out, and we are currently, right at that sweet spot. Hopefully, this is where we're going higher. You can see the volume kicking in. Beautiful breakout on volume. Exactly what we want to see. So Newmont, again, big company, actually pays 4% dividend. Not too bad, but this is not a company that you should expect like 10x over the next year. It's more of the safe bet while you collect the dividends. But again, if gold prices goes to 2,500 to 3,000, this one will also do insanely well during that period. For AG, I want to go to the nominal scale because it gives a better view, in my view. As we said, 2 months ago, we were roughly here, right at the low of the wedge. And now you can see here, boom, we are breaking out of more or less the exact wedge from 2016. The difference is in 2016 was the bottom for silver. And that's what's actually caused the spike, because I think the miners were heavily overdone at that point in time. But now we're breaking out, in my view, right before silver will break the $26 level and beyond. So First Majestic here is just an amazing opportunity. Again, the stop loss is quite simple. You risk compared to your reward is just, in my view, massive, right? I cannot stress this enough. Also a big company. What is it? Bigger. It's a roughly $2 billion market cap, but they are heavily leveraged to the silver. And again, this, in my view, is very intriguing as we speak. Again, I only use a few amount of trend lines just to keep it very simple for me. That's how I like to do it. For some reason that is messed up. The log scale. Okay, this is Fresno. Just imagine being a part of these moves here. Wow. Anyways, also a bit of a difficult beast to chart in my view. Again, we have a huge drop and then a second. Usually I would like to have a third lower low at the trend line. That would be an ideal entry if we get there at roughly 3. I don't think that will happen. That's very, very unlikely. If we do, massive buying opportunity. However, shorter term, we have now cleared that. Again, a bit of a skewed falling wedge, but a falling wedge nonetheless, breaking out here. We are coming into some resistance here. You can see it across there as well. Also, you have some bottoming candles here at that point in time. But again, this is definitely a start. And this could be, where we just slowly grind higher depending on how fast we go. But definitely we have a big blue channel here, a big massive bull flag, and you can extend one of them so you will actually catch these two highs as well. So in my view, this is just one big sideways bullish consolidation. Hopefully we don't get the third spike low. If we do, buying opportunity. pass here, Pan American silver, roughly $6 billion market cap. Also a very clear chart for me, the golden trend line that we're looking at. Then you have the pit for this inverted head and shoulders. And I'm very confident, again, nothing is 100%, but I'm very, very confident that this is the right shoulder in the making. And when we break, you have a lot of upside in this stock here again for silver. Again, same thing as before. If we get a third touch, you know, like if the markets goes completely ape beep in the first, you know, in 2024, where everything gets taken down, gold, silver, Bitcoin, the markets, the Dixie goes up and all that good stuff, and you can buy it at roughly $9 to $10. In my view, a huge buying opportunity. That would probably be we can spike through if we have a massive ugly sell-off, obviously, but again, buying at that trend line, in my view, is very, very without very high probability across the board. But again, to me, a big inverted head and shoulders in the making from the highs of 2008, 11, and then you have obviously the 2020 spike up there. So also looking really, really good. Also shorter term, I almost forgot. We have this parallel channel here, some sort of bull flag with an angle there. We looked at that last time. That angle coming across and we're breaking out, retesting resumption, looks fantastic. Again, these comments, when I say it looks fantastic, it just at the moment it looks fantastic. Obviously, if it starts to fail and break down, you know, bigger, then you should change your mindset. But a breakout retest presumption of a channel or a falling wedge is always bullish until proven otherwise. Okay, Goldfields Limited here. This is a $15 billion market cap. Within this overall 50-year-long range here, we are at the highs. Again, these highs takes a lot of effort to break through. So if we get above, you know, into the 17s, that's when I think we can confirm it. Again, we are right now also at a big resistance here horizontally, but definitely when and if we break here, that's one to look for. You have a lower trend line here, which I think needs to hold in the short term. But anyways, long term, in my view, at some point in time, that golden trend line will get broken to the upside. It's just a matter of when, not if, in my view. And that's your confirmation. Again, if you can grab, you can see here, I think there is something here. Yeah, it's exactly, that's what I just saw here. Again, if we, you know, start to break down here short term, again, if you can have an entry here at roughly, depending, you know, $6 to $7, depending on when we hit that green support, in my book, massive entry in this bigger one here. 2.3% dividends, not the best, but again, if you have to hold it for 5 years, let's say, collecting those dividends, meanwhile, that cannot hurt. So definitely, I like it. Barrick Gold, a bit of a different animal from a chart point of view. Again, a big company, 30 billion. We have this huge collapse here in 2011, and ever since we haven't really done anything bullish. You know, we've had this rising wedge here. You can see huge breakdown into the lows that are just a massive support there at roughly 13. Retest, and now actually the bullish take is we are about to have a serious go at this green bull flag. And I think if we take that out, again, we will have yet another go at that blue wedge from below, and this will be the third time we touch it, the third retest, because the retest couldn't take out the breakout low. Every time it went, you know, higher and higher. So taking that green bull flag out is a huge steal for Barrick. And as long as we hold roughly 13, it's okay. It really is. But below 13, I would start to eye a lot lower prices until we get back above, really. Franco-Nevada, also a big one, 21 billion. Again, I think when we looked at it last time, we were here somewhere. And now we came all the way down. We had some huge double support from that golden trend line and this green double rail. Clearly it failed, and now we're coming in for, and oh, excuse me, we are basically retesting the green rail at the moment. If we can clear that, then you have the bigger long-term golden that needs to be cleared. So definitely it has some work to do here. Until proven otherwise, you know, this could be, and then hopefully it's not a retest resumption. But again, if I think where gold is going to go in 2024, I'm just saying I have to get the evidence first. But I think this will actually be some sort of false breakdown here. That is my take. But again, I have to wait and see, into Q1 2024 to get that confirmation. But this I could highly see play out if gold starts to really get well above that 2K level and into the 2300s and so on. Again, because it's such a big company, they have huge margins, when gold prices is going up. AEM is also a company, 30 billion. I have this. I just want to see if I can connect there. That doesn't make sense. Okay, where did I add it? Yeah, there it is. Excuse me. Again, here I want to go a bit more short term. Again, these are weekly candles. The blue falling wedge, huge breakout here in 2019, COVID crash, big retest, actually dipped way below, spike up again to the upper golden. And now ever since, we've been in this trumpet right here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches, and we're now again trying to break out. So if we can start to really consolidate above here, I would consider this pattern here broken to the upside. And in my view, we are going to tackle these all-time highs at roughly $82, $85, give or take. So blue expanding here is getting tested seriously this time. Hopefully this will be the time where we break up to the upside, really. You can see how long time it goes back. Pays a dividend, I think. Yeah, 3%. Again, the bigger ones, the big gold companies actually pays a dividend. It's not 10, 20%, but it's still a good, thing to get while you hold the stocks for a multi-year period of time. Wheat and precious metals looks really gorgeous as we speak, in my view. Really, really explosive. I like everything that I see about this chart. We're still in this green uptrend, and that's just totally beautiful. We have the COVID crash here, which actually, clipped the lower trend line of the band beautifully, spike up, and ever since we've actually started to make, a classic inverted head and shoulders with a bit of a golden rail here. So the level roughly 50, a tad above 50 is where we want to go. We are taking a dive here again. Maybe we need like a fourth touch. That might be the most with the highest probability. But anyways, to me, this chart looks fantastic. So when and if we can clear that golden rail, we are going to visit the upper green in this green channel here at roughly, depending on how fast we go there, but anywhere between 100 and 150. So again, wheat and precious metals looks really, really good. Also, one thing I want to note is that we are still above the 2011 high. We just got above it again. You can see we're just iceberging here, as the market sniper would say, iceberg all the way. But I think when and if we get that clear break, these highs will not be met again. Maybe with a retest, right? But then it's game on. I really like the setup here. Dividends, 1%, doesn't matter really. This is a Chinese one, the big Chinese, $100 billion market cap, Shandong gold mining company. Green uptrend right here, connections 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we have the highs very clear. There it is. So in my view, some sort of cup and handle is in the making. We might need like a extra wobble right there, but currently we are in a bull flag. We just had a brief breakdown right there, but again, fully intact. Maybe if you align it a bit differently, it might do something else. But anyways, I still consider this a bull flag that has been regained here. If you can touch this green support, I would think it's a good risk reward entry for that handle to get formed. Also the dividends doesn't really matter. It is what it is. But definitely, in my view, this is a typical triangle with a flat top. We are just going to pounce on it, and the most likely scenario is that break to the upside, and away we go. Again, this doesn't happen tomorrow. It's a roughly 15-year long triangle. So again, you will not see the big breakouts like this. It takes time to get these big patterns resolving. Again, obviously there is the outcome that you could break down here, but most of the time with a flat top, it is continuation, just like you see on gold and on everything else, you know, the triple tops, right? So that's what I had. These are the 10, 11, 12 gold miners, the big ones. Most of them looks really, really good, breaking out of their wedges or their formations right now as we speak. Just along with gold, actually, you know, fighting the all-time highs and getting above the all-time highs. I want to show you one last thing before we go. This is the SIL, so the silver miners against the silver spot price. I just posted this chart. Look at this. That's the clean break of that falling formation, that falling channel. Now we have a bit more of a falling wedge here, breaking out. Again, I'm not saying that we're going to make that kind of move, but this is a start. And in my view, a very good attempt to make the bottom in the silver miners as we speak. So looks early, but really, really good. So yeah, that's it. That's all I had for today. And excuse me. As always, like, subscribe. If you like your comment, you know, subscribe. I would highly appreciate it. And definitely check out BARC, the 2 videos that I made with him yesterday. It was a blast for me to just be a part of it firsthand, getting the info before, you know, anyone else really. And I really enjoy how we do things. And as you can see, I'm not trying to copy him, but I'm taking bits of his way of looking at things into my views as well. Because I really think what he's doing with the trend lines, that's also how I see things. So anyways, that's a long talk. Guys, thank you, and we will definitely see you in the next one. Cheers, guys. Bye.